Tell me what man goes months and years without sex until they find the right person.
Every man.
Stop the lies.
95% plus of men on this planet.
On the planet.
Have that exact experience. I'm just telling you the truth. Most men on the planet Earth don't have access to pussy.
What about brothels?
They have no money.
Yeah, but they don't have the money. Cost of living, you know. Cost of living. We're not in like some third world country where you could do it for like £10 or £5, bro. Like,
even then, they can't afford it.
Who has the final say in a relationship, you or your man?
I think the woman, me.
Okay, let me ask you a
like-
question. Should the person that has the most responsibility have the most authority?
I think all in all, yeah.
All in all, yeah. Then who has the most responsibility in a relationship, the man or the woman? Generally.
I think the man.
The man. So shouldn't the man have the authority?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so that means that the man should have the final say.
gotcha, bitch.
That's my problem. I see the most beautiful woman on earth and walk straight past her without saying a word. And it's not that I'm afraid of rejection. It's just over the years, women have made it very clear that they want to be left alone. See, I'm cool with being told no. It's just when they make me out to be a creep, that's what I have a problem with. And before anyone says, you probably approach in a creepy way, no, I approach in a very respectable manner. And it's definitely been a few times where I'll walk up to a chick and say, hey, how you doing? And then make it out to seem like they being harassed. There's been too many cases where dudes that went to jail over false accusations. I don't even feel like dealing with the hassle.
You know, a lot of these modern women are saying that a lot of men are emotionally unavailable now, right? But I don't think that's, I feel like you have to look at it, you know, from different angles, right? Because you're saying that men are emotionally unavailable, but maybe we can say emotionally pulling back, emotionally cautious, emotionally reserved, in the sense that I'm looking and I'm seeing, and I'm not 100% sure if I want to expend my emotional energy on what it looks like is about to happen.
Every single person with a septum piercing are the same crazy bit online that cancel everyone and go crazy and are weird.
Why do you like to make fun of my septum piercing?
Zoom in on that. That's why.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Most of the times when you see it, you can expect some crazy dumb. I literally saw a video the other day with a female with one of those piercing, and it turns out that she wasn't talking some dumb. And I was shocked. I'm not even gonna lie.
This one is so filled with rage.
If you're a woman and you hate feminism, then shut the fuck up like you would have to do without it. Shut the fuck up and go get married at 20 and submit to your husband and have his children and stop posting online and stop going to college and stop wearing jeans and live your life without it and see what that life is like. Because I'm sick of you guys getting on here and saying that you're not feminist or that you hate feminism when you don't even know what privileges it has afforded you. It's like using your phone every single day and then saying that you hate electricity. Why do you keep talking? Like you guys are using feminism to complain about how you hate feminism. Shut the fuck up.
These women have swallowed that it is a privilege to do all of these things that ultimately make them miserable, and that it is slavery to do all of the things that are innately feminine, like having a baby and taking care of children and leaning on a man and getting married young. They've been told that that's a sign of weakness and enslavement.
A lot of these modern women are feeling that men are not really investing. They're not engaged. The experience, the meeting, us being here on the date, it kind of feels flat, right? And while I understand, you know, if you come out there, you should probably try to put your best foot forward, right? But you have to understand, men are reading you. They're watching you and they're saying, oh, here we go. Like you say something and a man is like, because y'all think y'all are the only ones that do that. And a man is saying, oh, here we go again. He hears a certain thing or he sees a certain thing, sees a look, you know, maybe you're wearing something and you're like, oh, here we go again. It's going to be a long night.
There's no such thing as veneer breath. The problem is patients get veneers and don't understand that when you get veneers, you have to have great dental hygiene. It's like if you bought a Lamborghini, you're not gonna go to the gas station and just get the regular unleaded. The veneer breath narrative to me also comes from people who are jealous that other people have veneers. Because in the dental world, we had never heard about veneer breath until the things hit the internet. So in my eyes, to me, maybe that stems from a little bit of jealousy. I'm not sure. Have you ever went and bought a shoe and that shoe made your foot stink? No. If you bought a shoe and your foot started stinking, your feet been stinking.
Even today, the average IQ of a man is 99 and 97 for a woman. More importantly, however, 7 out of 8 people in the top 1% of IQ are men. Sorry, love, I know it's triggering, but every single man in this chat would dominate intellectually.
But do you realize that that's because men are offered greater opportunities of education? Men do worse in college. They do worse in college.
Wait, Maren,
You're literally saying that men are intellectually more smarter.
Wait, Maren, are you sure about that?
I'm positive.
So just to be, okay, so the statistics would seem to disagree with you.
How so?
Well, ever since it's either 1979 or 1980, there's been more women who go to college than men. That's 4 decades of there being a greater representation of women in higher education. This number today is something like, I think it's 60-40 split. So what this means is, so women who went to university in 1979, 1980, they're now retiring. So you've essentially had an entire workforce through the period of that workforce where women started going to university more than men.
You know, men are not going to continue. I think men are getting to a point to where they would rather take a loss, right? I'd rather lose, as you would put it, as you would have it, if you say so. I would rather lose than sit up here and try to convince somebody to like me and they don't even care about me. That's the point that a lot of men are getting to. So you're not going to see me beg. You're not going to see me sit up here and pine and sing a song, Earth Angel, will you be mine? And since I lost my baby, and you're not going to hear me saying that because there's not really anything out here to beg for. I'm not going to sit up here and convince you to like me. You don't even like me.
Performance, but that reflects on clinical, but it doesn't reflect on your position as a medical assistant for the front. So with that being said, we are going to have to terminate. Okay. I'm sorry. And I just... No, you're not. I am sorry because, unfortunately, for me, when I had to do the review, we're not funny. So, with that being said, I want to bring badge. And then if you want to overview what is on here, and then I just need you to sign this, okay?
I'm not signing nothing.
Okay.
Oh, y'all. I'm gonna send this in an email. Like,
no, we're not gonna send it in an email.
Like, y'all, you have all of this record, and you don't communicate with nobody until you're ready to fire somebody. Like,
Men, I have a question for you. What do you bring to the table? Yeah.
Well, that's always a fun question. Although I'm not exactly sure why some women seem to view it as a gotcha moment.
You want to ask girls all the time, well, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? Because I'm sure as we all bring a lot more to the table than you do.
If by we, they mean women in general bring more to the table than men, then generally women shouldn't have a problem answering that question then, should they?
The amount of men I've dealt with this last year, I hate men.
I'm shocked to hear that. Really? They seem so open-minded.
I love arguing with men. I love it so much. It's my favorite pastime because they're all so stupid. The more men I have to deal with, I'm just like, oh my god, you're an idiot. You're a princess.
This'll be fun.
Like, you want to be interviewed. You want us to ask the questions. You don't want to do any work. You want us to travel to see. You want us to pay for things. Anything else, princess? Do you need one of my tampons out of my purse too? Like, oh my god, you're annoying.
Who else noticed? It happens quite often, but I don't think they actually picked up on what they were doing. See, a lot of individuals, especially those that don't like men, when they try to make men look bad, they attribute characteristics that are stereotypically applied to women to men to make them look unintelligent and weak. So what does that really say about their opinion about women?
And, you know, modern women are they're asking, how come good men kind of stop engaging with them, right? But you have to understand that, you know, the kind of man you say you want. So the kind of man, well, I want a man like this, 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 and this. And the man comes up in front of you, and you let the man go, right? And you let Chad and Tyrone play in your face. And then a couple of days later, you want the good man to show up and rescue you. You want the good man to be a shoulder to cry on. What? Oh, well, you should allow me to do that in each and every situation. No, I'm a good guy. I'm not a doormat.
Yeah, when it comes to the whole like believe all women thing, unless the guy comes out and confesses that he did whatever is alleged to have been done, I'm assuming most men are going to say, I did not do that. So if we say believe all women, that smuggles in disbelieve men.
And it can mean that we have situations where people lie on it, and that's terrible. But it's
as a call taker, it happens a lot.
There should
Women
be
blame men for things that men never did to them. But oh, he ghosted me. Oh, he dumped me. I've encountered way more false accusations than I have it's a real call.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been doing?
I dispatched for about 15 years.
But so for that 15 years that you were a 911 operator, you're saying that the majority of the calls you got where a woman was alleging that she had been essayed.
In calls where women alleged there were more of the false calls than the real calls, yes.
What this woman said might be one of the most real and emotional things I've heard in a while. She talks about how, if she were a man, she'd actually be scared to date a woman today, because so many women have lost empathy, kindness, and patience toward men.
If I was a guy, I would be so scared and actually hate to date a woman. I probably just would, like most of you guys, just not bother dating a woman. Because women nowadays are so cruel and they're so harsh. And I know so many men nowadays who still want to have the whole traditional family. They want to be traditional men. They want to do things for women. But the thing is, women are not willing to do anything for men. Women have no mercy, no tolerance, and no kindness or empathy towards men. So a man approaches a woman, goes through the most horrific experience of his life, and is scared to ever do it again. And I just think I would not do it either, because I know how women are. And that is exactly why I do what I do. And I try to explain to women that men are humans too. And I try to explain, and the content I make is to directly fight against that. It's to directly go against the whole narrative of men are terrible people and men aren't humans at all.
And, you know, you can sit up here and say, oh, you know, is there a man that's willing to help? Is there a man that's willing to, kind of show that chivalry and stuff like that? But I think a bigger question you should probably be asking, and maybe it's probably a bigger problem, is, am I willing to give back? Am I willing to be feminine? Am I willing to nurture? Am I willing to put in effort, right? Am I willing to say, okay, I appreciate what you're doing? A lot of women think that chivalry is only one-sided. And, you know, a man is only supposed to do certain things, right? But let's look at your version of chivalry. What is it that you do? And then when we start asking those questions, we come right back on to the question that men be asking women, modern women, and they get upset. What do you bring to the table? What is it that you can do? How is it when I'm supporting you? How is it that you can support me? How can you support a family? Do you want to support a family? What type of person are you? And that's usually when modern women crash out and they don't want to answer those type of questions.
Did this woman go too far standing on business? I think yes, but I'm gonna let you make your own decision. Wow. So you really went out tonight? Yeah, why? I told you I had dinner plans. Dinner plans with who though? Today is supposed to be our night. 6 months. Jazzes, I've been asking all week to go to Red Lobster. I told you Red Lobster ain't really my vibe like that. I wanted to go to something a little bit more elevated. Girl, it's the thought that counts. And we've been together 1.5 years and you rather eat with some old friend than your own man? He is just a friend. Chill. fur. He invited me to a nice place, and honestly, it felt good to dress up and go somewhere classy for once. So you mean to tell me my money not classy enough for you? I've been working double shifts trying to make tonight special. You being dramatic. Maybe if you stepped your game up, I wouldn't need to look for a good time elsewhere. I don't know what y'all think, because me personally, I think this woman was gaslighting her man into taking her to a fancier place. But that's just me.
A man's silence will frustrate a woman more than anything he could ever say, because it takes away the leverage she had. These are the 3 reasons why. First, silence removes her ability to steer the interaction. When a man is talking, reacting, or explaining, she can work with that. She can respond, redirect, question it, and she can even escalate it. But when he goes quiet, there is nothing to engage with. And that loss of control creates immediate frustration. Second, silence creates uncertainty. Words, even the negative ones, they still feel like connection. But silence introduces distance. Now she does not know where she stands, what he is thinking, or what that man is going to do next. And that lack of clarity is unsettling because it makes the situation harder to navigate or manipulate. Third, and this is the most important part, silence forces accountability. When there is no argument to focus on, no words or tone to pick apart, the attention has to shift inward. Now she has to sit with what actually happened instead of distancing herself with the exchange. And that is uncomfortable because it removes the ability to deflect. There is nothing to deflect when all you get is silence. So the problem...
And a lot of these modern women, you know, they want men to continue to audition for a role that, quite frankly, Chad and Tyrone didn't even have to try out for. Chad and Tyrone, y'all know those actors and actresses, they don't even have to show up to the audition. They already got the part. That's what's happening with a lot of these Chads and Tyrones. They don't even have to audition. You got the part. Sold. He don't put no energy into it, but then you got Chad and Tyrone over here. You just give it up. A man's gonna find out about that. And when he finds out about that, how do you think that's gonna make him feel? Not very good.
If my husband was here, he would tell you, don't nobody on earth know him better than I do. Because I make it hard for him to stay mad at me now.
We tell women, if you really want to know that man, study him like your life depended on it.
Lining up under chairs and coming up in the middle. Talking about, is there anything I can do for you?
Whatever needs to be done.
It's my job to know you. It's my job to know what moves you, what causes you to tick, what doesn't. It's my job to know when you're feeling a particular way, and I can hear it in your voice. It's my job to know those things, because I can hear women now watching this and y'all talking about
It go both ways though.
It's what is he doing for you? And anytime when women say that, I'm like, if you chose a man that's not doing for you, you're the dummy. Because there's no way that I'm going
that honey boundary, or because that don't sound like
not a honey boundary.
that don't sound like precious.
This is Aprilism. This is Aprilism.
You're dumb with your stupid self. Wait a minute.
Man, I am here to give y'all some dating advice, and hear me out. I know I don't go out on dates. I'm not out on the dating scene, but I'm here to help. I'm here to serve. Listen up. So first of all, let's start with this. Fellas, stop telling a woman what you do, like what your career is and how much money you make. She doesn't need to know that right off the bat, because I'm gonna tell you what, if I was on a date and a man is just telling me about what he does and how much money he makes, that's great. But you know what? That's gonna tell me that you're here to try to impress me. I don't want to be impressed. I want to know your character. And this probably is not going to be perceived well by other women, but I'm sorry. You don't need some 5-star dinner as a first date. I think grabbing coffee is a perfectly acceptable first date. And then here's a big one. Do not walk into these dates acting like you're pitching an investor, okay? We don't need a pitch deck. We don't need to know all your accomplishments and accolades, okay? We need you to listen, ask questions, evaluate. And fellas, do not let this woman play head games with you. If she's taking days to message you back, like, come on, we're grown adults. No one is that busy that if you are truly interested in someone, that it takes you days to write them back. Bye-bye. And y'all listen up for this one, okay? I mean, don't go sitting there interrogating a woman, but set it up to where you can ask her about maybe like a past relationship. Like maybe what would she have done differently in that relationship? If everything is all her ex's fault and she takes zero accountability, you better run like the gingerbread man. Because I'm going to tell you what, the person that is never wrong is eventually going to make you pay for all of their mistakes. So with that being said, y'all, show up exactly how you are. Let that woman decide if she is worthy of having a seat at your table. Y'all have a good day.
And a lot of these modern women are wanting men to yearn. They're wanting men to chase. They're wanting men to pursue. But in today's, the way it happens in today's dating, that puts you as the weaker vessel because, you know, I'm the prize, right? You chase me, you want me, show me that you want me. I've already proved myself by the fact that you want me, even though I haven't done anything. The fact that you want me means I'm more valuable in this relationship. And that's what a lot of modern women are doing. So when a man steps back and says, okay, well, you know, if you're not going to reciprocate and you're going to think that you all that, I'm just going to go ahead and go the other way. I'm going to go a different direction. Now you're stunned and you're talking about men aren't men anymore.
So I live in a 10-story apartment building and I only pay $50 in rent. Does that make you angry? Does that make you shiver in your boots? Does that make you want to punch me in my face? I pay $50 for a 2-bedroom for my family of 6 with the help of your tax dollars. Thank you very much. Love you guys. So because of that video I made of my family of 7 living in a 2-bedroom apartment and me only paying $50, somebody on here was so miserable to go report me that now they gave me an eviction notice for 30 days. So now I need a lawyer. Thanks to y'all taxpayers that are so mad that you're paying my $50 in rent for my 2-bedroom apartment for a family of 7. I don't know how y'all even found out where I live. It's a 10-story apartment building. Y'all found out where I live. Y'all contacted the housing people. I don't know what you said to them, but now me and my family's getting evicted and we're gonna be on the streets. So thanks a lot.
I'm Mickey Fox and I'm 45. All right. And why'd you pop your balloon? Because he actually looks like a felon and I'm good with that. What is the look of a felon? Okay, I will say this. I have teenage sons who understand etiquette and they understand, like, we were told to dress like we're going to a fancy restaurant, and I just don't think he understands that world. And so it just kind of doesn't give me, like, we would never be able to go anywhere. We're definitely not personality matched, and I don't think that we are, like, mentally matched. So, I mean, he's a child of God. God love you, you know, and God gives second chances like he did for me.
And what do you do?
I am unemployed. I just got released from prison, so I don't work.
All right.
So, what were you saying about not having fun?
I'm done having fun. I'm done having fun. I had so much fun in my 20s. So much fun with so many men. Too much fun, honestly. I think I, reached the fun limit. But I'm serious about dating. I'm in my 30s. I have a plan. I have a time frame. I have deadlines.
Right.
I want a baby in a year. I just froze my eggs. I want a ring in 9 months. And I want to be married a year and a half, maybe 2 years. So I'm looking for someone who is at that level.
Well,
and is willing to meet me at that level.
For sure. This is our first date, so
Yeah,
I feel
know.
like
That's why I'm being
maybe
crystal clear, because so many men look just like you, have just wasted years of my life, and I'm so sick of it, and I'm not going to let it happen.
Well, I thought you were trying to have fun, so it's
No,
like...
I'm not having fun. I'm done having
Right,
fun.
you're done with fun now, but before...
I had so much fun.
Yeah, that much is clear.
A lot of men.
Yeah, I'm picturing a lot of things
And
right
I
now.
don't need to do it anymore. And
Yeah.
honestly, you're really not my type. My friend told me to go out with you, and because she seems like you're the type that wants to settle down. So
Okay,
normally I don't go for you, but I feel like maybe you're at the same place in your life and my life.
I don't know. Yeah, this might not be a great fit.
Almost like the club isn't a place for a married woman. It's almost like when you get married, you're supposed to grow up and not be a little girl anymore and stop wanting to have fun by going out and partying. It's almost as if being at clubs is something children do because they don't know how to have adult fun. Probably why most kids start clubbing at around 15, 16 and get IDs, and most actual grown adults outgrow it by the time they're 23. This is equivalent to somebody who wants to be a reporter in a war zone, but once they get to the war zone constantly go, I'm not a soldier, I'm press, look at my badge, I'm press, don't shoot me, hey, I'm press, don't shoot me. Like, if you're that worried about getting shot, if you don't want to be then you shouldn't have went to the war zone in the first place. Just as easily say, well, I should be allowed to go there without having to worry about that. Yes, and press should be allowed to be in a war zone without worrying about being shot because it's against the Geneva Convention. It's a war crime to shoot press, right? Just like it's a crime for you to be and for you to be uncomfortable. That's not right, but it's still what happens if you put yourself in that situation. I don't want to get shot for being a reporter, but if I get shot, I have to accept the accountability that I got shot because I was there. It's not good that I got shot. That person that shot me committed a war crime and they're a horrible individual, but I still chose to be there. So me being shot is a result of my actions and it is my fault.
You know, a lot of these modern women really don't understand that men are seeing the same thing over and over again. When I date this woman, it don't really matter if you're black, white, Hispanic. Men are seeing the same thing. And quite frankly, you're seeing it across different continents. You're seeing it in Asia. You're seeing it in Australia. You're seeing it here in the US. Might be seeing it in Canada. You're seeing it in South America. It doesn't really matter. In certain sects and portions of wherever region you're in, there's a certain agenda that is being pushed where these modern women are acting a certain way. Men are seeing that and saying, oh, I know where this is about to go. I'm out.